Well, I feel a little bit dirty even making this intro because I was pretty sure we were going to stay at Ankara Gücü for the long haul. We were building a wonderful Turkish team. I was even fluent in Turkish. But Roma have just offered me all the money in the world and Tammy Abraham on a plate. And who can say no to a deal like that? In a move that's sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Kevin Chapman has left Ankara Gücü to join AS Roma. I think that's how you pronounce it. Chapman lifted the Turkish... is that really what I'm known for? Goodness me. Steve Cooper was considered to be favourite for the job. In your face, Steve Cooper. You're not even clickable, you coward. Media prediction is 6th. Fierce rivals seems made up. Is that a real team? What's a Lazio? We've got a big ground, but it's old. Tammy, you beautiful, beautiful boy. Tammy. Ah, no, we're off to Rome. I share the stadium with Lazio. Oh, no, so they're egg sharers. Why didn't you say so? 5 years' time, we'll be calling ground shares egg sharers and nobody will remember the context. Matchday vlog, we'll see. They want me to play defensively solid football. They'll be lucky. Finish above Lazio in the league. Be competitive against Inter. Forge a higher reputation than Juventus. All whilst... Hang on! Oh, that's the supporters. I was going to say, I was told Conference League. Pronounced Lazio. I mean, that was the case. They'd spell it like that. It's obviously Lazio. Oh, who's followed me out? Oh, you're unemployed now. Oh, and you? Oh, bless you. What are you going to do with yourself now you've left there? Because you ain't coming to Italy with me, if that's what you think. Bless your cotton socks. I need an assistant manager. Do I? Oh, God. We don't have an assistant manager. He's so rubbish. No, he ain't coming with me. Non-EU player transfer allowance. This feels like something I don't need to understand, and I'll just clatter into it when I break it. Because there's a lot of words there. Only the first non-EU player signed from abroad who fulfills the following criteria will be eligible to play for Roma this season. The player has played at least 5 matches for his national team in his career, including under-21 fixtures if he's under 21. The player has been called up to the national team twice during the last season. Does he have to meet both of those? British players can benefit from a special exemption. The first British player who joins for the season will not be counted as a non-EU player. However, every such signing thereafter will be considered non-EU. I'm not going to be able to flood the team with British players. That's not ideal. Can I leave Italy? I need all my British boys. It's all I know how to do. Any further signings will not be allowed to take part in official matches until the following campaign at the earliest. An additional non-EU player signed from abroad will be eligible to play for the club this season if one of the following has occurred prior to the signing. A non-EU player at the club is transferred to a foreign club. A non-EU player at the club sees their contract expired or terminated, or a non-EU player at the club gains EEA nationality. Teams may only free up a non-EU spot once a season. So at most, we can sign 2 non-EU players a year. 3 if one of them is British. Or, no, 3 if 2 of them are British, I guess. So, we need to reach the quarterfinal of the Europa League, finish in the top half in Serie A. We're already in the top half. That seems doable. And then, why is there multiple cups? What's all this? Tactical direction required. I have declined to meet the press. Right, let's see what we've got here. Who's our best player? Of course he is. Of course he is. What a beautiful specimen he is. What a man. What a man. What a man. Why has he not taken Italian nationality? He's been there. Oh, he can't yet. He's got another year to go. God, how long do you have to be here for? 10 years? You have to be in Italy for 10 years to be able to become Italian? Flavius Daniliuk. He's only 6'2". Pathetic. Turkish players are EU, aren't they? Aren't they? Are they? Is Turkey in the EU? Can I go and buy all of my previous team? Turkey is non-EU. Oh, no. No. I'm not going to be able to bring anyone with me. So, what was I doing? I was trying to work out what we're going to do. So you are... Okay, so you can be a left winger. So we've got a striker and a left winger, a centre mid who also can play attacking mid, a defensive midfielder. You're a right midfielder, not a right winger. We'll fix that. Beat that out of you. I'm thinking a 4-3-3 probably again. We've got plenty of DMs. Not that much in the way of attacking midfielders. I mean, we'll do the usual thing. We've only got one striker, so it's going to be a one-striker system. So we'll train a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. And then that'll probably be it. We'll worry about staff in a minute. For people wondering why I use Gegenpress, because it's literally one of the ones that's being recommended to me. It's recommending a 4-2-4, which is interesting when we don't have a second striker, but we'll train it. And then we'll train the other two as well. I think we're probably going to use the 4-3-3, though. So I think this is probably the one we're going to use. And then we fit quite nicely into that, I think. No obvious weaknesses. Decent depth throughout. We try the others. Yeah, so we don't have a second striker. We're not using that. And we don't really have anyone to play there who can't also play back here. So I think 4-3-3 is the one. It's 4-1 in the Spurs game, is it now? What a strange game of football. Obviously, we've got ages until the transfer window opens as well, so we are going to have to figure out what to do in the meantime. We have to make do with what we've got. The media, I think we can finish 6th. Where did we finish last year? Last year, finished 7th. What have we got down here? Hello. Good afternoon, Moha. You and me are going to be firm friends. Get in that first team squad, young man. He genuinely might end up starting. Right, we need staff and lots of. We only have... I mean, we've got nothing. Let's also make sure that I don't have to make any decisions on that kind of thing. Dan can worry about hiring and firing the technical director and all of that. I don't really want to be focused on hiring staff. We'll have a look at the people who apply, but I'm quite happy for my technical director to do what he's actually paid to do, which is assemble a staff at the club. I don't really know how we've got into this much of a pickle when we've got a technical director. It shouldn't really happen. Scouting. There we go. How do you say his name? No idea. Can't even begin to try and pronounce that. We'll do that and that. Tiki. Mr. T. Mr. T seems like a good way to do it. There you go. I'm not doing my own press conference. I don't speak any Italian. They'll think I'm an idiot. So if you've got no non-EU players, you can register 3. So that rule that we were given at the start is specific to us because we've already got 3, presumably. But if we got rid of them all, we could sign 3 more, is what I'm understanding. No? But it says clubs with no non-EU players at the end of the previous season are subject to the following transfer limits. Only the first 3 non-EU players signed from abroad will be eligible to play. So if they all leave before the end of this season, we can sign 3 new ones. Hello, boys. We are going to qualify for the Conference League or top half. I can't remember what we were supposed to do. Hold on. As everyone knows, there is a right answer here. The right answer is top half finish. Can we get back into that meeting, please? We want to finish in the top half. There you go. The right answer is always whatever the board have told you. Anything else upsets the players. So am I still studying for my Continental A in Turkey? Have I got to swim back to Turkey once a week for my course? Have we looked for homes in Roma? We haven't. I mean, where is the stadium? I've never been to Rome. Why does London Stadium come up when I search for Stadio Olimpico? Because it literally translates to Olympic Stadium, doesn't it? And they're all the Olympic stadiums. Okay, I understand. Rome have got a ring road. Look at that. Is that the Italian M25? Oh, they've got a big wang outside the stadium. Oh, there it is. Oh, that looks nice. Is that a block of flats next door? Can we get over here? What are these lads up to? Bunch of hoodlums in hoodies who've just dumped their bikes outside. Keep an eye on them. I want them moved on before I park my car. Goodness me. Can we get a proper look at this from another angle, maybe? It's almost as if Google Maps isn't the best way to look at a stadium. Stadio Olimpico. Can we have a look at it? Oh, it's a nice ground. And this is a stadium that's like 70 years old. Looks like Rome's quite a nice city. It's got trees and everything. Look at that. Very snazzy. Very snazzy indeed. What's this next door? Is that where we train? That can be our ground. Lazio can play there. I think that's fair. That's what we're going to do. That's the new thing. Our stadium, Lazio stadium. We're moving them out. That was my condition of arriving. Sorry, Lazio. And that's where, look, they moved the kids on off their bikes for that picture, didn't they? Where's it? Where's the car park? Can you get, I mean, can they clear some of these trees and get a car park in? Americans, what do you feel looking at a stadium like that with no car park? Americans don't understand what they're seeing. How close is it to, like, everything in Rome? What's in Rome? Directions from Rome. How close is it to the city centre? An hour's walk. What would I want to see? What's a Pantheon? What's a Coliseo? I feel like these are things I'm probably going to want to see if I go to Rome, aren't they? Vatican City. Can I get in there or will I burst into flames? Oh, Gordon Bennett. What's it doing out here? What's this one then? Is this the main airport? Leonardo da Vinci Airport. That's my kind of airport. Look at that runway. That's a big one. Is that Rome's equivalent of London City Airport? How much is an Uber going to be to get me from the airport into the city centre? It's going to cost me a fortune. There's a train straight into the city centre. Well, it says there it's an hour and a half. I guess that's to the stadium. I don't want to go to the dentist next year. I want to go now and get them to stop my tooth hurting. Our defensive midfielder's 6'4". That's going to be handy. Can he do that role? Yeah, of course. He's 23, he's 6'4", and he can play as a playmaker. This might be my new best friend. Me and Dennis are going to be firm friends. And then Pellegrini. Okay. No one can really do box to box. I guess he can. Pellegrini's not going to have the legs to do box to box. But we could maybe just play him as a centre mid on attack, maybe. He's so old and slow. I feel like he's going to be a problem. Tammy, of course, is going to be a superstar. And then you are a right footer, so obviously you're going to be an inverted winger over there. And you are also a right footer, so you can be a winger. So you'll be on support, you'll be on attack, which means I'm going to put you as a complete wing back on attack because that's what you wanted to be. And that, boys and girls, is a team, I think. Right, let's see how we get on, I guess. Look at how tiny the substitutes are. I expect to see a better performance from you today. We've got no assistant manager. It's horrible. Come on, boys. Do a football. Come on, you reddy purplies. Probably more red than... What colour would you call that? Dark red? Come on, you dark reds. Oh, in fact, isn't Pisa where... What's his face went? There he is. Effican! If anyone can... Completely out of the blue. I've never known a manager move go through as quickly as this one did as well. They offered me the interview. Did I even manage a game? They offered me the interview and then pretty much offered me the job immediately. Oh dear. Right. Do a goal here. I know you're miles away. Get it on Tammy's head. Let him do a goal. Tammy's broken. He's absolutely shattered. I'm not telling Anna there's a possibility of going to Rome yet until I've been to the dentist tomorrow. If I have to get a root canal, we ain't going to Rome. This dentist trip tomorrow takes on a whole new level of importance. It's not just to take the pain away. It's also deciding if I get to go to Rome or not. We're going very attacking. Imagine if my first goal for Roma is by my goalkeeper. That would be amazing. Yeah, we might have too many old men for playing a gegenpress. It won't stop me, but it could be a problem. The question is, do I survive until the January transfer window? Because remember, Pisa are the worst team in the league. They were bottom of the league. I could be going back to Turkey with my tail between my legs by the January transfer window. Oh, dear. That is a pretty terrible result. Look at the XG as well. Goodness me. We've got away with one there. Why isn't my goalkeeper up for that? It was a 94th minute corner and I'm on very attacking. Oh, my keeper was up, was he? I didn't notice him. How is team cohesion, club atmosphere is all good. Managerial support. I've made several players unhappy. How have I made anybody unhappy? I've not had time to make anybody unhappy. Oh, here's the scout reports from my previous boys. Let's see just how bad the Ankara Guju team was compared to a proper Europa League team. Would anyone even get on our bench? Not so far. Oh, bless them. Yeah, this is why we struggled in the Europa League. Goodness me. Oh, dear. Nobody's even got the potential to be any good so far. Even Ishmael. Last resort, 2-star, 2.5-star potential ability. These boys weren't as good as I thought they were. A top target recommendation. A Scottish striker as a top target? What do you think this is? I mean, he is 6'4". He looks like Tammy's successor. Might have to sign this guy. Can we sign this guy, or what's the EU rule? Have we signed a British player yet this year? This is where we're going to get stuck constantly. Right, so minimum fee release clause. Let's just pay it and see what happens. We must have 4 players. So it doesn't say anything about not being able to sign him because he's non-EU. That's a good point. Is there any Irish in him? That would be handy. No. Right, he's not having that. And he's not having that. And he's not having that. And now we'll take this down a bit. Players have been scouted. Not very many. We're not rushing. We're not looking at transfers really until January. We just had that Scottish guy come up as our top target and decided to go for him. But we're not in any rush to bring players in. That'll be a thing for whenever the next stream is. There won't be a Football Manager stream on Sunday. If there's a stream, it'll be It Takes Two with Anna. Can't guarantee whether that happens or not yet. So he is an inverted winger as well. Okay. There won't be a stream on Monday. So I guess the next FM stream is Tuesday next week. Lots of no highlights again, boys and girls. This seems to be our thing this evening. Poor old Tammy knows he's on borrowed time as well with the new big boy coming in. I'll have signed him a superstar and I'll never get to manage him. Come on, do a football, you wallies. I want to be able to visit Rome. I'm not ordering a shirt until I know I've made it till Christmas. Because if I'm only going to be here for 12 games, I don't need a Roma shirt cluttering up my collection. Poor old Tammy is not up to it. He's too old. So for those of you watching on Lelujo 2 right now, your next episode will be Wednesday, I think, because there's no streams, no FM streams now until Tuesday night. So Wednesday will be the next episode of this series. Apparently Topher's got something else for you in the meantime. But the next episode of this, so episode 2 of Roma, Wednesday morning. Far too risky. We'll see how the dentist goes tomorrow. See how the dentist goes and see if I make it to Christmas. Oh, I want to go back to Turkey. You all wanted it to be 2 hours ago. You all wanted Football Manager to be harder. Well, here you go. This is how you make it harder. You take over a team that's not very good, has high expectations just after the transfer window closes. That's how you make the game harder. Bum, 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 bum. Let's turn the TV off because that's very sad what's going on there. Right, come on. Get a goal back at least. We should probably go off very attacking now. Just normal attacking is fine. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Play back five like a true Italian. Over my dead body. I would rather be fired. Well, it looks like we're going to be doing the 4-2-3-1 in our next match then, because this isn't working. So we try something else. It's easy. Sacked in the morning. I've lost one game. You bunch of sillies. Just a reminder for Tuesday that we're going to play that. There we go. It'll be fine. Let's find somebody to raid. And like I say, there might be a stream Sunday night. There might not. It depends if I can persuade Anna to play It Takes Two. Failing that, Tuesday.